dear students and story lovers. Welcome back to English Buddy, the place where learning meets imagination. Today's journey takes us to the early days of America, to a peaceful little village at the foot of the mighty Catskill Mountains. Here lived a man who became famous not for his bravery, not for his wealth, but for something rather unusual. He slept for 20 years. This magical tale, written by Washington Irving, is called Rip Van Winkle, and it's a mix of history, mystery, and a touch of humor. Let's dive into this adventure together. Introduction. Many years ago, in a small village at the foot of the beautiful Catskill Mountains, lived a man named Rip Van Winkle. Rip was a kind, gentle soul, always ready to help his neighbors, mend a fence, fetch water, or tell children funny stories. The kids loved him. But when it came to his own farm work, Rip was lazy. His land was not looked after, his fences were broken, and his wife Dame Van Winkle was never happy about it. She scolded him often, which made Rip even more eager to escape her voice. Rip's family life. Rip's wife Dame Van Winkle was the exact opposite. She was hardworking, strict, and never shy to remind Rip of his duties. She scolded him often for wasting time fishing, hunting, and telling stories instead of looking after his farm. The village children loved Rip because he told them funny stories and played games with them. He was like their big, friendly uncle. Escaping into the mountains. One fine autumn day, Rip decided to take his dog, Wolf, and escape his wife's endless scolding. The weather was perfect, golden sunlight, crisp air, and the mountains glowing with autumn colors. As he climbed, Rip felt peaceful. Nature seemed magical. The sound of leaves, the distant sound of water, the cool breeze. A strange meeting. Suddenly, Rip met a short, odd-looking man wearing old-fashioned clothes and carrying a barrel. The man's face was serious, and without speaking, he signaled Rip to help him. Out of curiosity, Rip agreed. They walked into a hollow, a hidden valley, where Rip saw several men with long beards playing a silent game of nine pins. The sound of the ball hitting the pins echoed like thunder in the mountains. These men looked like they had stepped out of another time. The mysterious drink. One of the men poured a drink from the barrel. It smelled strong and unusual. Rip took a sip, then another, and soon felt drowsy. His eyes grew heavy, and before he knew it, he was fast asleep under a tree. waking up to a new world. When Rip woke up, the sun was high, his gun was rusty, his clothes were torn, and his beard was a foot long. Wolf, his dog, was gone. Confused Rip made his way back to the village. But something was strange. The houses looked different. People wore different clothes, and many of his old friends were missing. The shocking truth. When Rip asked about familiar names, the villagers stared at him. Finally, he learned the truth. He had been gone for 20 years. In that time, great changes had happened. Before his sleep, America was under British rule. Now it was an independent nation after the American Revolution. Old King George's portrait in the inn had been replaced with General George. Washington's the world Rip knew was gone. A new beginning. Rip found now his grown daughter, who welcomed him warmly. She told him that his wife had passed away. Rip felt sadness but also relief that he was free from constant scolding. From then on, Rip spent his days telling the tale of his long sleep to anyone who would listen. He became a village legend. Themes and moral. The story has several lessons. Time never stops while Rip slept. The world moved on. Avoiding problems doesn't solve them. Rip escaped his wife's nagging but lost 20 years of his life. Change is a part of life. People, places, and even nations transform over time. And finally, legends and stories keep history alive even if we never know the full truth. So friends, that was the detailed story of Rip Van Winkle, a man who became a legend for simply sleeping. Share your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to English Buddy for more lessons and stories. Until we meet again, keep reading, keep imagining and keep learning.